Now, one of the worries on the bank nifty is the potential restructuring of the state electricity board loans. About 5 of them got a huge revamp about 2 years ago, and their losses were being funded by the banks for 2 years on condition that they will raise tariffs and pass on costs of higher raw material to the consumers. Many of them did do it one round. We didn't see too much of tariff increases in the second year. That also happened to be election year for several states. But now what we hear is at least the Rajasthan SEB is asking for a restructuring. That is probably the third or fourth restructuring of state electricity board loans. Not a very pleasant picture. Today we have with us Mr. Ajay Jain, the Energy Secretary of Andhra Pradesh. Sorry, Mr. Ajay Jain, the Energy Secretary of Andhra Pradesh, joining us on the phone line. Mr. Jain, what is the status of your own state electricity board? Are you running losses in the first place?
Yeah. See, actually, now our state has been bifurcated, as you know, from 2nd of June 2014 onwards. So after that, now, I mean, 2-3 steps we have taken to make our distribution companies, the two companies, financially viable. One is there has been an increase in tariff, about 5% increase, which was approved by the AP Regulatory Commission. That has been done. Second thing is the state, which had taken up the financial restructuring plan of Government of India earlier. So state government has given the committed subsidy to that whatever was committed as per the FRP has been given. Third area which we are concentrating is the reduction of aggregate technical and commercial losses. See, when we were bifurcated, we had loss of 14%, and we could bring it down to 12% by the end of March 2015. And in April 2015, we have now only 10.67% losses. So we are giving a big drive on the reduction of aggregate technical and commercial losses, which will improve the financial position. And the fourth step, and perhaps the most important, is the reduction in power purchase cost. So now that we are somewhat surplus in power, so we have cancelled whatever the high purchase short-term contracts which we have entered. So we want to make power purchase cost reasonably low so that it doesn't put the burden on the distribution companies. So with these 4 measures in their first year, the distribution companies, they are able to recover the gap between ACS and ARR has now started reducing gradually, and we are hopeful that within a year or two, we should be able to make it even.
Okay. Okay, so you're not yet in the black, you are in the red.
Yeah, I would not say, we are recovering slowly because whatever was promised in the FRP, the state government is giving, and the state discoms by reducing the losses, by reducing the power purchase cost, and by marginal increase in tariff. By all these 3 measures, because the financial results of 14-15 are yet to be audited by June, and we will be having. But I see there is a gradual reduction in the gap, and we should be able to make good by next year, definitely.
No, Mr. Jain, what I'm exactly asking is what exactly is the loss? Because when the United Andhra Pradesh SEB was restructured, the promise was that only 2 years of losses will be funded. Now that you're getting into the 3rd year, will you be able to manage without a loan restructuring? Will you be able to manage if the banks did not fund your losses?
No, that's what I'm saying. See, the first year, 14-15, there was a problem because of the restructuring. We could not increase the tariffs also in the year because of the bifurcation. First year, 13-14. Now, this year we have increased the tariff also, plus we have reduced the losses also. So now for the 2 years, I think this year onwards, from 15-16 onwards, we will be able to make good our losses for this year, definitely.
Okay. Mr. Jain, morning. It's good to hear that the losses have reduced, but on every unit of power that the AP discom produces, what exactly is the loss that you face currently?
You see, as such, the gap between ACS and ARR is about 85 paisa. But then as far as agriculture is concerned, because it is the state government which gives 7 hours of free supply to the agriculture. So state government has earmarked about 3,000 crores for free supply to agriculture. So, with the reduction of AT&C losses and with the reduction of power purchase, I think, as I told you, by this March 2016, we should be able to, whatever is the gap between ACS and ARR, we will see that it comes from the government, the state government in terms of the free power supply. So there would not be any additional loss to the discoms.
Apart from this committed subsidy that you just spoke about, is there any other assistance that you are looking for from the government to reduce, to help you reduce the losses?
Yeah. Only thing we are looking towards the government is the payment of dues by the government departments in time. Okay. Because as of now, particularly the local bodies, the Panchayat Raj and the municipalities, there are some dues which have to come from them particularly, and some of the state government departments. So we have requested government to make a mechanism wherein these payments are regular, because so that discoms will not have to borrow money in order to set off this unpaid dues. So I think these are the only two things we are looking towards the state government. One, of course, whatever is committed in the FRP for 4 years, government is giving. And apart from that, the government departments, they should pay the dues in time, because our collection efficiency is as high as 98.9%. Except from the government departments, most of the private users, we are able to collect our dues on time. So we have requested government also to make the payments in time.
Okay. Mr. Jain, therefore, is it very clear that you will not ask for a restructuring of your loan?
Yeah, definitely. We are not going to ask any for further. In fact, our aim is to become our utilities, our Eastern Distribution Company is already the #1 utility in the country in terms of loss level. It has the AT&C loss of 7%. The figure 10.67 is coming from the other discoms. So we are trying to reduce it further, and with marginal increase in tariff, with improvement in efficiency, and the reduction in power purchase cost, and with timely disbursement of subsidy by the government, what has been committed, I don't see any reason why we should incur losses in future.
That's a positive. One final question to you. You're not looking at buying more power because there's a surplus power in the country now with the generators.
Really, that's what. Now we are surplus now. In fact, we are looking at buyers to purchase power from us. So, now we want to make some money by selling power. So, as a first step, we have cancelled all the short-term high-cost power purchases, so that we have only the long and medium-term purchases. And on an emergency basis, if as and when a unit tips, then we can go for short-term purchase from exchange. But then we are also looking for some of the buyers in case there is some buyer available.
Yeah. Okay, who are these guys you have cancelled power contracts with, the high-cost power?
Yeah, these are mostly, some of the generators which are located in our own states like Meenakshi, Simapuri, Thermal Power Tech. So earlier, anticipating some shortage of power, we had tied up. But then now that we are surplus, so we have cancelled, they have tied up with the other states. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Jain, thank you very much for joining us. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Pleasure learning as well that one of the electricity companies which was in trouble 2 years ago has actually mended its fences. Sonia.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thanks for that. Yes, indeed. After all the bad news, at least some good news coming in from the Andhra Pradesh discom.